never been able to live without an animal, you know, like an animal that I could hold or an animal that like can understand how I'm feeling and like comfort me when I'm feeling a certain way. So I honestly don't know, especially with my major, I don't know how I would make it through school. I mean, I could make it through school, but you know, it would have been a lot harder to make it through school.
Life be like without Bella?
My life would not be as happy because when I come home from school, I get very like filled with joy and excited when I see her, and she depends on me to take care of her, so it feels nice to have someone to depend on you. The first day I got Bella, it was actually on a whim, so I was really, really happy and excited, and I just went to the Humane Society just to look at dogs. And I don't know, when I saw her, I just knew that I wanted her, and she ran up to me, and I don't know, I just fell in love with her.
I first found Dusty 2 summers ago, so he is a year and a half. And I found him in Woodlands, which is an apartment complex in Tallahassee. And I actually heard commotion outside my door, and I looked out my window and there was a bunch of kittens. He was only, say like 2 months old. He was really tiny, fluffy. And they were like full of fleas. And I haven't had a cat in a while because I'm in college and I'm not home anymore, so I decided to take him. So I took him, and now he's mine. The thing about him is just that he's weird because I'm weird. I have a lot of friends that'll be like, oh my gosh, she just looks like Dusty, and I'm like, I don't know if that's a good thing. I don't know if he got that from me. I don't know, it's definitely funny when people, you know, think, you know, you act like your animal, because I think it's true sometimes. Come on, you know you want to play. He's so mad. Go get the dog. Oh yeah, now he's mad.
So tell me about the closet incident.
The closet incident was the one time when Bella was being mischievous, and I had left half of an eaten bowl of Chipotle on my side table. I went out, like probably to go to class or something, and I come home to empty Chipotle bowl underneath my bed, and water spilled all over the floor, and Bella's looking at me, and her head, like her ears down, knowing that she messed up. So then she gets in trouble, and then literally an hour later we start to smell something and go up and find out that she had completely pooped all of the Chipotle out all over my roommate's clothes and entire closet.
What's in here right now, it's all messy. Used to be organized, but you know, Dusty destroys everything, so.
So what exactly is in here?
God, there's toys that half of them have been destroyed, like this, as you can see. Or like that, you know, that's a little bit destroyed. But there's toys, there's costumes that he doesn't necessarily love to wear, brushes.
How many costumes do you think that you have for him?
I have no idea, probably like 10 or more, I don't know. I've also had friends get me outfits for him just because we all think it's really funny, which is probably a bad thing, but there's treats in here. Ooh, treats. Happy. He loves treats. I have like some of his records in here, just because I try to keep everything together, you know. Yeah, I just have like things I've collected over the year and a half that I've had him. Dusty. You know, I've had cats, I've had dogs, I've had reptiles, I've had like, you name it, I've pretty much had it. I've collected animals ever since I was little. But I feel like cats and dogs teach a different lesson, especially in this house. Like, a dog is more of teaching you how to care for something that needs you all the time. Like, you need to give it attention all the time, and you need to walk it, and you need to feed it. And whereas a cat is more like a person where they're independent and they want your attention, but at the same time, they will let you know when they've had enough and they don't want your attention. And that's when you need to learn as a person, like, okay, they want their space. It's kind of like having a friend where, they want their space and you want to give them your space. Whereas a dog, almost 24/7, they're going to want your love. They want your attention. It doesn't really matter. Cats, you can tell when they're mad at you. I just put, one of the outfits on my cat that he hates. There's a specific outfit that he's like, no, and he has left the room, and he's probably going to pout for the next hour.
Explain the tension between Bella and our cat, Jessica's cat, Dusty.
I think it's a love-hate relationship. I think that they do hate each other because they're a cat and a dog, and that's just natural. But they do get along at times, and they put up with each other when they lie around the house. But they do get a little feisty and play/fight in the mornings when they're both riled up for a night. Look who it is!
You ready to go home?
My freshman year, I didn't have a cat because I was in the dorms, but I still needed an animal, so I had Fish that I used to talk to. My roommate thought I was crazy. She ended up being crazy, but that's besides the point. So then the summer after my freshman year is when I found him, thank God, because I've never been able to live without an animal, like an animal that I could hold, or an animal that can understand how I'm feeling and comfort me when I'm feeling a certain way. So I honestly don't know, especially with my major, I don't know how I would make it through school. I mean, I could make it through school, but it would have been a lot harder to make it through school, or the all-nighters would be harder because when I'm not sleeping at night, he's awake with me, or he's sleeping by me, or I'm up all night and then he'll wake up and he will do everything in his power to distract me so that I can, laugh or play with him for 10 minutes before getting back into my homework and doing it some more. So, I feel like without him, I really don't know, I just don't know how to live without an animal. And if I didn't have him, I don't know, he has so much personality that I just don't know what I would